Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Sunday. And let's see, it's about 10 to 7. And it's a gorgeous day. It's just beautiful, beautiful day. Bright sun and not. These are typical Arizona sky. Cloudless. That's pretty much the norm all year long. When we get clouds, people go outside to look at them. It's kind of cool. So anyway, getting the RV ready for the trip. Got some work to do today. And first, this bike is basically done. I'll start it in a little while. Double check the smoke situation. Right now, I've still got the dashboard disassembled. These old light assemblies were very fragile when they were put in originally, and they didn't get any stronger over the years. So they cracked, and when I took the bulbs out of them that weren't working, I had to cement them back together. So I'm going to hook up the wires now and put this dashboard back in place, close up the headlight, put it back on, close it up, and then I'll start the bike and invite Kevin down to see if he wants to do a test ride. And if he's not available today, I'll do the test ride. Who knows? I can probably still ride a Norton, which is a good thing considering that I'm getting the RV to go to the National Norton Owners Rally in Quincy, California this coming week. Anybody want to show up at the Norton Rally? Come on up, Quincy, California. It's, I think, all next week. I'm leaving here probably Wednesday to get there by Sunday. Anyway, that's where we are. This is what I'm going to do right now, and then I'll start the bike, take a look at the exhaust, and let Kevin know, and yabba-dabba-dabba, ramadama-ding-dong, we'll see what happens. Well, here we are again. It's just a few minutes after 8 o'clock, and I've got the headlight and dashboard put back together, and all the lights appear to be working. We're going to start the bike now. This is a cold start. It hadn't been started since yesterday. So let's fire it up and see what happens.
Okay, here we go.
I don't know for sure, but I think it takes a longer.
Oh, we got a drift.
Oh, another drift. Damn it. All right, this is a sticky float needle. You give the bowl a couple of taps, and magic happens. It seats itself. I don't know if we'll take time to take that apart or if it's just an idiosyncrasy. That's happened yesterday, happened today. Once it happens, once you give it the tap, it's just fine for the rest of the day. Thank you very much. All right.
We gotta tap it again.
Is it still leaking?
Yep.
Oh, damn it.
Yep.
You sure is that Jim?
I'm not sure what it is, but it's
No,
good.
you're right. It's leaking.
Yeah.
Let's give her a shot. Hello. Get the tapper. We got lots of tappers.
We'll see.
See that?
Yeah. All right, ready?
Stop.
Yep.
Fire in the hole.
Okay, she's on.
you know, sitting overnight, starting and blowing smoke,
Mm-hmm.
it could seriously be valve guides, valve seals.
Mm.
Oil sitting up there overnight,
Mm-hmm.
leaking down. I got no other answer. I mean, it could be anything inside the top end.
Right.
You know, so,
And that's going to be up to the owner.
yeah, we can guess all we want.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, it seems to me if
If
the
it gets
test drive
bothersome,
goes well, you give it to the owner and you say,
yeah.
here are the two things, you know, ride it for a while, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, bring it back. And
Yeah.
we'll start tearing into the top end.
Yeah.
Baby.
And what we do when we go into a top end, okay, you can go into the top end and address the valves and put it back together and might not fix it. So then you can go back into the top end and address the cylinders, the rings, just replace the rings, and might not fix it. And then you can say, well, then maybe it's the pistons, so you replace those. Eventually, if you tear it apart 2 or 3 times, which is about 5 or 6 hours each time, you as an owner can fix your bike because the time doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But when we take a top end off a bike to fix a potential problem, we put new valves in it. We have the valve seats ground. We put new valve guides in them. We have them fitted. We put new valve oil seals in. We plane 1/1000th of an inch off the head to give it a perfectly flat seating. We lift the jugs off. Once you get the head off, the jugs are just a few bolts. Lift them off, it's 5 minutes. Lift them off, take the pistons off the bike, replace pistons, rings, bore the cylinders, new head gasket, put the head back together with the new valves, new guides, new seals, and do the whole schmear one time, one set of labor costs. And you probably fix the problem. Probably.
Yep.
Rather than trial and error that you can afford to do if you own the bike and have lots of free time. But in a shop, we can't afford to do it 2 or 3 times trying to find the problem. And frankly, if we rebuild the head completely, rebuild the cylinders completely, put all new components in it, we'll fix the problem. And we may never know what the problem was. There are no smoking guns in this. It could be something minor. It could be a group of many minor things.
Yeah.
So, in a shop, you can't afford to do the job 3 or 4 times trying to find out what the problem was. We just want the problem to go away. And literally, you do that by throwing parts at the problem. It's cheaper in the long run. Parts are always cheaper than labor, no matter what. So, we have a perfectly running bike here, cranks and starts and runs. We got some smoke. Let's test the, let's check the oil, check the tire pressures and take it for a ride. Like that, we'll take it for a ride. You like that?
Yeah, no, that's all right, yeah.
Kevin's gonna ride the bike. Kevin's gonna ride the bike.
Oh yeah, and it's a Norton, which is bad enough, but now it's a Norton with a shift on the left side, so I'm going to be really confused.
All right, so let's get this thing on the road. All right, so Kevin's getting ready to ride the bike, and he's starting it inside the garage. It's an electric start. There's no, you're a wimp. Okay, wimpy, gonna start it then.
Keep talking like that. A, it's 90 friggin' degrees out, there's shade in here, and your name might be on the door, but my ass is in the seat, so we put it in this way.
There you go, okay, yeah. All right, that was completely unrehearsed, by the way. But it was a reconstruction of an actual conversation.
That's right.
All right, so we're gonna go ride this bike. All right, we're gonna push the magic button. Petcocks are on.
Yeah.
I think he missed a shift. Thing is quiet. Okay. Here he goes. And here he comes. The Norton, the notorious Norton side stand.
Yeah.
Well, you got to get it with your tip of your toe
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
push it
thanks.
all the way out.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. But it is, without a doubt, the second best side stand
Yeah.
in motorcycling. The best being the ones on the Harley Davidson FLHTCs, which actually lock in place when they're extended. I used to walk up behind Harleys in my shop and push them forward about 3 feet on the side stand, and people would freak. They just assumed they were going to fall over. So, nope, when they're out, they're locked. Okay, post-ride.
Beautiful.
Really?
I mean, this may be one of the best Nortons I've ridden. I mean, everything is smooth. Acceleration, deceleration, braking, shifting is so smooth. Just click, 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 click. No problem. Lots of compression. You know, you downshift to use that brake compression, that engine compression. You get a lot, so you got to be careful with that.
This guy had 150 in both cylinders,
Yes,
didn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah. So
it's
you
had some work
want to
done.
make sure you're pretty low RPMs before you start letting that clutch out, downshifting. She's good to go. She's
Good to go.
Beaut. She's a beaut.
All right, we will turn her over to the client, and then he'll ride it for a while and bring it back with any niggles and bits and pieces that he wants changed. I think we got a roller.
Absolutely.
Well, it's 8:45. That's cool. And I've run out of parts. So I must be finished. Okay, once you're out of parts, you gotta say you're done. No leftovers either. These are all the old bits and pieces that came off the bike. And that'll go to the client if he wants them. If not, they get tossed. Actually, I might salvage one or two things out of there, but basically, you know, clamps and things like that. But basically, that's just junk. The bike is over here. It is complete. It's interesting, as Kevin was leaving, he said, you know, Nortons aren't my favorite bike, but I'd own this one, which is a pretty good endorsement. So the bike is ready, can be picked up. I'm going to go post this video and send an email to the owner, and I'll bet you a buck it goes out of here today. We'll let you know. Bye.